So yes, you, me, and anybody else who is not a fan of Starfleet Academy is the problem. We're all the problem because we just don't like garbage. We don't like it when they say, "Hey guys, we got some nice schlop for you. If you guys want it, take it. You know, you're just gonna get it, and you just gotta like it." Sorry, this is it. So we got a video here from the Critical Drinker. He posted not too long ago, and I was like, I would love to hear what the man says, and I'm sure I'm going to be agreeing with him on some parts because, again, this man speaks with honesty, and I
I
love
think
it.
it's fair to say that finding the positives in Starfleet Academy is a bit like opening a daycare center in a strip club. Yeah, I guess it
Already
could be
starting
done in
off
theory,
fucking
but
strong.
man, there's a whole lot of obstacles in the way.
Speaking on the daycare centers, I honestly I picked the wrong career. Like, why did I go to college? Why did I attempt to do anything? Why do I even work now when I can just open up a bullshit daycare and make hundreds and thousands of dollars or millions even a year? Like, think about it. Like, how they found the loophole before us? Like, we could all take advantage of it. I'm sitting here doing it the honest way, and I ain't making shit. Isn't that funny?
After all, we're witnessing the
Picked the
final
wrong
death
job.
throes of a 60-year-old franchise that survived a decade of cancellation, the end of the Cold War. 60-year-old franchise that survived.
I hope my buddy who's been commenting my last few videos, I hope he sees that. But yeah, there she is. For people who watched my last video, I talked about it a little bit. This should not exist, but the fact that it does is we got to accept it.
A decade of cancellation, the end of the Cold War, and the visual and intellectual
I guess I maybe should explain. That species starts with a C. I know people are gonna get mad at me. Fuck, what is it? What is it? Hold on. The Cherion? Chevron? Chevron? Okay, think it's something like that. There's only like two of them, and they were both males, and at the same time, they were used as like a military like asset, like expendable. You just like throw them out into the like, okay, go kill someone. If you die, whatever. They don't reproduce. They're only, I believe, they don't reproduce. It's only, yeah, obviously they don't reproduce, and it wasn't scientifically like you'd have to use science, and it was impossible for it to happen. I guess now in Starfleet Academy, it's just here, and there's no explanation. It's just they just show you, and they go, "It's a woman," and yes, oh my God, I love it. It's so great. We did such a great thing. We took these two male characters, and we said, "Fuck that bullshit. We're gonna be doing it our own way." I hate these
Rio
people.
of the
They ruin great things. I can't relax because they don't give me shit to fucking relax with. They gotta constantly annoy me with fucking bullshit.
J. Abrams movies. It's like watching your favourite long-retired boxer lumbering back into the ring for one more fight, punch-drunk and overweight and a shadow of his former self, getting completely pummeled and humiliated by an opponent half his age. But leave it to that bastion of hard-hitting journalism, the Mary Sue, to cheer everyone up. Wait, do they still exist? Wow. Whatever. Let us examine this fair and completely unbiased article, shall we? Those dude bros mad at Starfleet Academy aren't actual Star Trek fans.
Guys, they hate us. They literally do. They just make it more obvious that they have no idea who the hell their audience is. This is how dumb these people are. Like, the fact that this person is a writer, I don't know if it's for some big article or like the New York Post. I didn't remember what he said. Rachel. Of course it's a Rachel. Like, it's just ridiculous now that we've gotten to a point to where typical male franchises like Star Wars, Marvel, DC, Star Trek have now gotten to a point where we can't even like sit there and say, "Look, guys, this ain't for me. Sorry, I don't know who you're making this for, but it ain't for me." But we can't just simply complain about something without these stupid people trying to take their high horse and just make this a whole like, "Oh, it's just the dumb men again. It's just the men getting angry. Go shut up and sit in your fucking corner. Be a good boy. Go to work every day. Pay your taxes." Like, that's all they want us to do. They just want us to accept the schlop, pay the Paramount subscription, and call it a day. Yeah, no, Paramount, I do love what you guys do. Like, you do have some great products that I like, especially now that you got UFC. But, I mean, guys, if you keep doing this fucking bullshit, I'm going to start thinking twice now. It's starting to piss me off.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
You see, dear viewer, Starfleet Academy isn't actually an insult to Star Trek, storytelling, cinematography, character development, or even basic human dignity, and that's why the internet's been dogging on it since its release, in much the same way that Disney Star Wars is just as good as anything George Lucas ever managed to produce. No, it's actually a small minority of toxic dude bros like myself and Gary who just can't accept the greatness of this show. Time and time again, we're confronted with fans of something who continue to miss the lessons within the media they're consuming. We've seen it with Star Wars, our superhero stories, and it's become an increasing problem with Star Trek fans. Oh dear, it's such a drag being media literate, isn't it? More recently, men like the Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic, known for hating anything that seems to be left-leaning, have been dogging on Paramount Plus's slate.
Do you see where that's the issue, right? So this writer knows that this fits her little agenda and what she wants. Like, obviously, yeah, this is a little bit like, we hate the fucking bullshit that you're doing with it. No shit. Like, yeah, like left-leaning. No, it's not even that deep like that. For me, I just don't like the stupid shit in there. And if it happens to be where you like all that shit politically for some reason, cool. Like, what they do is they want to make this a little political battle. They just want to make this a whole big ordeal. And, like, I guess to be fair, it, like, is a little bit, but it's just, I hate this stupid word game narrative. You're just like, oh, these two have nothing valid to say because they just hate everything that seems left-leaning. Well, it's like, maybe they just fucking disagree with you. Like, you could just simply be wrong as well. Like, maybe if these people took a second and was like, oh, wow, channels like Critical Drinker and Neurotic, they have a good following. They have a large following. If we can maybe take a second, listen to them, and go, huh, if we take some of their points and use it, then great. Then maybe we can see profit. We'll test run it in one movie, one TV show, whatever, book it for a season, just like do it, whatever, go on what they're saying, and then see what happens. Because pretty much what they're saying is just make Star Trek, make it normal. Military space exploration. Not none of that bullshit like a college dorm setup and it's supposed to be like a high school musical, but whatever it is. It's like, that's not what Starfleet Academy even is. It's the best of the best, and you guys aren't even portraying that right at all. Like, Paramount, your entire tenure right now at owning this franchise has been dog shit. I mean, yeah, there's maybe moments I could have been like, it was eh. But overall, I'm really reflecting, like, they haven't done anything. So they're just going to constantly use the media, use these people to just say, oh, no, these channels are wrong. These channels are just right-wing, extremist, just cesspools of idiots and morons. It's disgusting.
Of Star Trek shows. The issue with these right-wing figureheads talking about Trek is that they miss one important detail about Star Trek. It was never for them. Oh, really? Then pray tell, who exactly was it for? Because I've spent most of my life watching and enjoying Star Trek, progressive messaging and all. I grew up with it, in fact, and I've spent dozens, if not hundreds of hours online talking about my love for the movies, the Next Generation, the original series. Shit, man, I'm one of those crazy people who even enjoyed Voyager.
I believe she was the female captain. Guys, I don't quote me on it. I'm always sometimes bad, but I believe she was. But I remember like this because this was Voyager, and that was after Next Generation, if I'm not mistaken, right? Believe so. People liked her. Like, she was not hated. So it wasn't like you guys couldn't write female characters. It wasn't like you guys didn't have anything, right? This is what they don't get, is that you already had some progressive messaging. You already had plenty of female characters. This was the future, so yeah, hypothetically, like, it should be all okay, right? is that they wrote them capable. It just made sense. And now they don't even make them anymore. They just make them whine. They make them have to be like overly male characteristic. Like, no. You can make her a female. It's okay. You don't got to do female body, male personality. Like, no one it's just like, what are we doing here?
First Star Trek show led by a female captain, no less.
There it is,
But
yeah.
since men like these ex-personalities think they're the authority on all things nerdy, the reality is they just speak loudly and incorrectly about these franchises.
We are
Look,
I mean, I guess we're very loud people. I'm very loud. You guys, I'm sure, are loud.
Understand what this series is saying to you. And now with the new series Star Trek Starfleet Academy, we've seen an uptick in their lack of understanding of what Gene Roddenberry sought to do with Star Trek.
Really?
Well, it seems like we're not the only ones who lack understanding, Mary Sue writer. See, we don't claim to be the final authority on anything, we're just people with opinions. We put those opinions out there on the internet, and we invite others to engage with them however they see fit. If those opinions are well thought out, capably argued, and backed up with knowledge and experience, then well, people tend to listen to them. The problem for you seems to be that more people agree with our opinions on Starfleet Academy than yours. Sucks to be you, I guess.
I can actually say probably like one of my best videos actually ended up being that Star Trek review that I reacted with Critical Drinker, and with like he's on my channel. I guess we're watching. Me and him are talking together, I guess, in my head, and my other video did well that I just did yesterday, which I did pretty good there. It was more me just kind of breaking down the episodes 1 through 3, so I do recommend you guys watching that if you are interested. But yeah, no, like some of my better videos, especially with my reactions and my comment sections, have definitely been Star Trek, Star Wars, and what was my other one? And it was more of some of my political stuff. But yeah, no, like me complaining about Star Wars and this franchise have been both my better videos. So yeah, I don't feel like, yeah, there may be like one or two and a handful of people that disagree, but the majority of fans are on the same page here. I feel like, in my opinion, like most fans I've ever encountered when we talk about this, when we just like mention, oh, what are the good things, what are the bad things, what do you like about it, what do we all usually agree that it was like, yeah, it was once great, now it's not. It isn't anywhere near where it's been, and it hasn't been anything where I'm like, it's been even it used to be relatively culturally relevant. Like, people used to talk about the show. Now no one even talks about this franchise. To be fair, no one talks about Star Wars either. Star Trek and Star Wars have both just been like kind of in this weird, well, not weird, it's obvious cycle just going down.
Yes, but that being the case, maybe it's time you asked yourselves, why? In the great marketplace of ideas that is the internet, why are people rushing to consume ours while yours gather dust in a bargain bin? Is it perhaps because you're not being entirely honest about this show's merits and you're trying to dismiss any and all criticism of it with the tired old argument of, this was never made for you? The reality is that Star Trek was made for everyone, no matter their background or political persuasion.
That's true.
It was the very definition of inclusive because it presented its audience with ideas that they were invited to consider instead of propaganda that they were commanded to accept. Whether it was questions of ethics and morality, the value of the individual versus the needs of the collective, whether we have the right to interfere in other societies even if we believe we can do good, the nature of justice, power and responsibility, even what it means to be human. All of these ideas and countless more could be found in Star Trek, and what made the franchise so accessible and timeless is that they were often presented with balance and care to show different perspectives, to show both sides of an issue and trusting the audience to form their own opinions instead of just pushing one particular point of view to the exclusion of all else. It was never about moral judgment or sneering lectures, but instead intellectual curiosity, something we're shockingly lacking these days. Star Trek, until fairly recently, was a show of ideas. It was a...
That was so beautifully well said, my opinion. Like, wow. I was like, really like, damn. Yeah, he's right. Like, that was... See, the media will tell us and propaganda this and say, oh, yeah, he's wrong, he's bad, blah, 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 he's just hating. But no, like, he's 1,000% right. the way it challenged ideas and it showed different, even showed us like different extremes. Like it showed us the more laid back and blah 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 planets, and then it showed us the more militaristic planets, and then it showed us human like planets, and then maybe showed us when they were back in the past. And so, I don't know, just looking at this little montage here he has of all the old Star Trek, it made me just get lost in like, wow, it used to be so great. It used to be so different. Like Star Wars just had the movies, and then they may have like they had the movies and they had Clone Wars, right? Like, and I loved Clone Wars. I can watch that every single day of the week. If you guys haven't watched that show, even if you're more of an older guy, I would still recommend that for people. That's a great just show to watch. But it's like Star Trek had this love, and it had this thing that I just genuinely, it makes me sad when I think about it. This one great franchise has been so just, it's like it's a parody of itself now. Like it doesn't even seem recognizable. And I talk kind of like, I guess, extreme like this. It's because it's true. I've never, I guess, vocalized my opinion on this until recently, so that's why I guess maybe I sound a little bit more hateful compared to a guy like this. I'm just sick of it as a fan. I'm done. I'm just tired of the same old, same thing, and I'm sitting back and, I'm just not doing anything about it. Like, guys, me making this video, right, is trying to just cause awareness. I know my channel's not big, but maybe in time it grows, right? And more people watch this video and they start realizing, like, man, what did happen to this franchise, right? I'm trying to grow communities of people that understand that this crap is so done. We're sick of it. We're sick of it in all sorts of life. We want normalcy again. Just give us our shit that we like. Give us normal Star Trek. Give us normal Star Wars. Give me back to normal Marvel. Give me back the franchises that I love. Don't stop ruining. If you're gonna make remakes to galore, at least fucking do it right. Stop fucking this shit up. I get so annoyed just like seeing the same guys. Like, you gotta understand, from my perspective, I'm in my early 20s, and I've dealt my whole life with this fucking bullshit. I'm just so sick of it. I am. I'm just so sick of the media playing it like this. It's like, at some point, when are we gonna realize that we're done with this? We're sick of this garbage. They try to tell us what to think. They try to tell us what to do. They try to tell us every little thing about how we should do things in life. And it annoys me that we even have to get a critical drinker can't just make a video and just say, this show ain't really for me. It's bullshit, whatever. And then we're gonna get like we got like people writing full on articles about these YouTubers. But that ultimately shows how powerful YouTubers can be, right? That ultimately shows that when enough people, this is where we can band together and do change, is on these platforms. Without them, we wouldn't be able to voice our criticism. And that's why at the end of the day, I do check my dislikes. I love looking at how many people like to dislike it. Because at the end of the day, it shows like it shows honesty. It shows some people aren't going to fucking like your shit. Sorry. That is what it is. Not everyone's going to be a fan of you. And it took me a while to realize that. And I figured it out a long time ago. And hell, I'm still learning even now. Sorry, guys. You got to caught me on this tangent. I got no live chat to calm me down. Be like, yo, dude, shut the fuck up and play it.
Franchise created by serious and mature people, exploring serious and mature concepts, usually led by a cast of serious and mature characters. In short, it was aspirational. It was about the best of humanity pitting themselves against the wild, surreal, and often terrifying challenges the humanity pitting themselves against the wild,
Why did I
surreal,
forget?
And often
was it Whoopi Goldberg? How did I forget she was in
challenges
this?
the universe had to offer. And you know what? It was fucking awesome. Starfleet Academy, on the other hand, is none of those things. At
100%.
best, it's a trite and melodramatic teen soap opera with all the angst and relationship gripes and overwrought emotions
Treadmill does
that
not
come with
exist.
it, cartoonishly over-the-top villains, and a cast of characters that I wouldn't trust to run a Starbucks, never mind command a starship and explore the galaxy. Dialogue that's the writing equivalent of verbal diarrhea, written by aging millennials acting like Gen Z, trying so desperately hard to be funny and edgy and cool that it's like watching your granddad trying to hang hang out in a Call of Duty lobby. Star Trek for the TikTok generation, for an audience of
My grandfather was a World War II vet. I think he would be able to handle the COD lobbies nowadays, guys. Trust me.
low attention spans, low IQ, and low interest. It's a show about idiots, made by idiots for idiots. It's not aspirational in any way, shape, or form because it doesn't represent the best of what humanity could be in the future. It represents the worst of what it is right now. Shallow, vapid, loud, meaningless, and disposable, obsessed with identity and feelings. A show about nothing, that possesses no ideas and provides no perspectives. Unlike the good people of the Mary Sue, I don't profess to be the authority on all things Star Trek, but in my humble opinion, I think Gene Roddenberry would be disgusted to see what's become of his creation.
He would 1,000% is roll. I feel, and God bless his soul, he's rolling over in his grave. I mean, my God. Like, you had a guy who was, I mean, he's done also, I think, a lot of other projects, just not just Star Trek related. I think he's done other things too. Dude, yeah, this is unrecognizable. This is so bad that I feel the need to make this video about it because I want people to understand that this thing, we need to stop this shit from happening. People got to make their voices clear. We got to just tell Paramount directly, dog, your shit ain't working. Figure it out. We're done. We're sick of it. It ain't working anymore. I don't know how many times I'm repeating a lot, so sorry.
And quite frankly, he's not the only one. All of this is to say that Starfleet Academy is what I've always loved about Star Trek. It feels like a warm hug and is fun, adventurous, and exactly the kind of world that Roddenberry dreamt of 60 years ago. So don't let a bunch of nonsense on social media try to paint the show in any other way. Well,
Don't say his name. Whatever that writer is, Rachel, you have no right to say that man's name like that. Don't ever speak his name like that bullshit ever again.
Mary Sue, I don't know what to tell you.
Shame
I've
on you.
explained my reasons why I think this show isn't worth watching, but if you genuinely think it's great and it makes you happy, then well, it shouldn't really matter what a bunch of curmudgeonly YouTubers have to say about it, should it? Unless, of course, there's a horrible little doubt in the back of your mind that maybe Starfleet Academy isn't the creative triumph you've convinced yourself it is.
I can't believe that was a real
so many people
scene!
are criticizing it is that, well, it actually is just a bit shit. I'll let you decide. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now. I think it's fair to say.
There you have it. There it is. Overall, he's 1,000% right. That writer, look, obviously nothing personally against her. It's just, I just don't think she understands. And I think, unfortunately, people like Rachel are just continuously part of the problem with the way we can't get these franchises fixed, and really how these YouTubers are the only sources of honest thinkers sometimes, in my opinion. I don't believe sometimes when these writers are writing an article about something or when they're criticizing people, there's a level of authenticity and they're being honest. No, because that writer most likely knows that it's not a good show, but they have to play the narrative. They have to continue to play their message. They have to do what they have to do. Even though they know they're wrong and they most likely know it ain't working, they have to continue to do it. It's just, it gets so annoying. I'm just at a point now where I just want the media to be honest again. I don't want to have to double check 4 different news articles to see because I can't trust CNN, Fox News, New York Post, or whatever, Wall Street Journal. I can't, because I know they're all playing their own political pieces. Now we should probably establish some laws that give us fair, honest journalism again, but that's a topic for a different day. This is a bad show. I don't like it. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. I want to know if you guys maybe have if you heard something. You guys, because what I heard. Oh, I'll mention this. I heard that potentially the why am I brain farting on the name? But the director, he apparently is not coming back. The main guy who's running all of this. Was it Kirksman? Not something like that. I don't. Somewhere along the lines like that. I don't know. But apparently, I heard his contract got pulled by Paramount. I don't know. If Paramount listens to anybody, they should honestly listen to these YouTubers. I mean, these people have a large audience with people who listen to them and trust their opinion. So They should honestly listen to these people instead of listening to these like stupid fucking writers who are just writing opinion pieces at the end of the day. Like we're all talking opinion out of our ass, all because you got a fancy brand on top of your video that doesn't make you better than me. Sorry, ain't how that works anymore in 2025. People are done with that. So all right, guys, have a good one. Be safe. Be good. Don't do anything stupid. So all right, guys, peace out.